Today in livestock, the cattle was easier. The lower beef cutout values really started to send the market a little bit lower, but it's still relatively strong overall. The futures did make a new recent high. Profit taking did cap anything more after that, but the market is relatively strong overall. You know, since we got that big jump over the last over the last week, the market is holding pretty well. Still has not filled the gap that was, that was created after the Tyson fire, but still looking strong and solidly off its lows. Now, feeders were firm today. There's a positive tone ahead of the cattle on feed report coming up tomorrow. That could bode well for the live cattle as well. But there's increased trade that's keeping the market churning a little bit higher, and it's leading that live market a little bit higher, and certainly ahead of the on-feed report. There's been relatively good reports coming out, or good expectations that there's going to be something solid or more positive, certainly bullish on the horizon. The markets are kind of set up that way a little bit. Options trade, a little bit more activity. Hoping that the market's going to move up, but that remains to be seen. We're going to watch since the talks continued are going to continue with China. That definitely could help the market as well. Now, the hogs were on the rise. The USDA did report that there has been some sales to China. We know that they have big needs, and at some point they're going to have to come to the United States. And we did get a run up on that market actually twice, but it still has come all the way back down. Now, the fact that we did have a couple of limit moves, the market is still staying in this relative area. Today we had a pretty big range. But we're consolidating, and we're still hanging on to the prices that we were able to gain from those two big rallies. Now, with that being said, I think that that just says something strong about the market. But we're going to certainly need a lot more news or something better to keep this engine moving higher. So we're going to watch that closely. If you keep getting any kind of information out of China about the African swine fever, it is still here to stay. It is still growing. So challenging. It's been going on for well over a year right now, and it looks like that it may have some devastating effects for years to come right now, and that normally would be good for prices right now, but the tariff war has kind of tapped it down a little bit. So we're hoping that we're going to get a little bit more relief in that. That could definitely give a shot in the arm to the hog market, and certainly that would help the entire livestock complex totally. So we're going to watch that closely. Thank you.